Hello and welcome to episode 20 of the Craving Crypto podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be casting some buy orders on Bitcoin. So let's get right into this. We are going to be doing a little bit longer of a market overview today. This is because we have a little bit more to talk about than usual, as there has been quite a bit of price action since the last update. So we're going to click on the total market cap and review the total market cap chart. Firstly, we're at $193,444,541,000, which is quite a bit lower than the last time we were looking at around $220 billion. So we had about a $20 billion drop off in the total market cap. This is right around the spot where I said that we could have some support found in the previous update if I said that the $24 billion level broke, and that in fact did. So we did get that panic as suspected, and the market is reacting accordingly. I know that this is a lot of blood to be seeing right now across the total market cap, but I'd also like to point out that when you have this type of a sell-off, you have to be thinking of what kind of reaction this is going to cause afterwards. When this selling pressure dies off, the amount of momentum on the downside this is having will also have to have some type of reaction back on the upside. So we're waiting for that bounce to happen. These are all making deeper ABC corrections currently. In the altcoin markets, we're seeing a lot of really big ABCs, which is a long-term buying opportunity, although it is shaking out a lot of short-term players. In a lot of the big names, we have huge falling wedge patterns forming, which generally result in a big upside movement afterwards. As you can see in Dash, we have a falling wedge. If we go look towards the Monero market, we will see a similar pattern, big falling wedge pattern. We also see this pattern in Litecoin, a similar falling wedge occurring. We can see this pattern in Neo. This one is resulting in a nice falling wedge as well. A falling wedge pattern means that sellers are dying. And so if we're having falling wedges in all of these big names, you can only suspect what's going to happen once a bottom is found in these markets. Either way, I'm keeping a big picture perspective, looking at the corrective phases in these markets, buying dips, and thinking big picture, because I personally believe that the total market cap will be on a bull trend again before the end of this year, and I suspect that movement to be very strong once we do see it occur. The price of Bitcoin is $6,118, 24-hour change is down 2%. Ethereum is at $26 billion in total market cap, which is a huge drop from its peak. The price is $262, 24-hour volume is $2 billion, and the 24-hour change is down almost 10%. Ripple is at $10 billion in total market cap. The price is at 26 cents. The 24-hour volume is 275 million, and the 24-hour change is down 6%. Bitcoin Cash is at $8.4 billion in total market cap. The price is $488, and the 24-hour volume is $405 million. 24-hour change being down almost 10%. Stellar is at $4 billion in total market cap. The price is at 21 cents, and the 24-hour volume is at 97 million, and the 24-hour price change is down 5%. As you can see, Stellar has taken EOS's place in total market cap as of now. Looking at even the Ethereum chart, we can see an ABC correction forming. So wherever the C wave stops, we will have to wait and see. But once that is in place, you're expecting an impulsive movement on the upside from this type of movement as well. So, when you're doing Elliott wave counting, if you make a new low, you have to adjust your count. And that adjustment means that we are making a C wave in a deeper ABC correction, which is just providing another long-term buying opportunity in this market. Okay, so that is my market overview. Let's get into how I set my Bitcoin buy orders and how you should be thinking about purchasing Bitcoin in the long term during these types of corrections. Okay, so obviously after a huge pump like this in Bitcoin, once a retracement starts, you want to be averaging into the panic, because when this does a reversal back on the upside, you're going to get a lot of momentum and buying pressure quickly. So when you're thinking in terms of accumulating panic, you really want to keep things as simple as possible. There's a few things that I recommend to do this. Number one would be support buying. So we'll explain that in just a second. And number two would be timed buying. And we'll explain that in just 1 second as well. So I use both of these methods, although I will say that support buying is my primary method for buying a panic like this that we're seeing in Bitcoin. So we'll get with that one first. Support buying is when you look at the price on the way up and you find areas where the price reacted either up or down, meaning that it formed some resistance or support in the previous bull run. So if we take a rectangle tool, you can see that there's quite a bit of support between 4,700 and the 59 and 6,000 levels for Bitcoin here. This was a major area where the prices rejected previously, fell back, and then went above and then caught as support again in the previous bull run. So we can draw a little zone right here where that would be good for orders. Another area that we saw some reaction in prices would be right here at 83 to 73. This was one of the spots that I had buy orders along the way down with Bitcoin. Another area where we see a lot of reaction in prices is between 2,700 and the $3,500 levels down here. Now we don't always expect price to drop this low, but it doesn't hurt to have a few buy orders down here in case we get a quick wick down or some intense panic that reverses back on the upside quickly. So you want to keep your mind open to all options, even though this isn't your primary prediction for it to go this low. So that's support buying. You find areas along the way up where there was some significant reaction in prices and you set your buy orders there so that when the price hits that level, you get in a little bit and a little bit at a time and then continue to average into your orders. And then when the price does go back on the upside and does start trending up, you have a nice average low that you've been purchasing before it goes back and starts to go in for a bull run. The other way is timed purchasing. So let's say that you have 50% of your portfolio in Tether and a correction starts. Tell yourself you can put in 1% a week during the correction, and then by the time that you're in a bull market again, you'll have bought very, very low average timed position, and you'll have a good average entry that's pretty low. So when it reverses, you'll be happy with your position. Either way, the most important thing that you can do is have your risk management in place, keep US dollar on the sidelines during corrections, and make sure that you're being very frugal with your dollars and doing calculated purchases, not going all in at once and not getting too greedy or buying when the market is all green. Okay, so my Coinigy sign up is right here if you want to do charting on altcoins, BitMEX if you want to do leverage trading with Bitcoin. If you like what I'm doing, we have a donation address right here for Bitcoin. And if you want to get into my VIP course, go ahead and click my website link right here. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the market dropping and the overall panic that I'm seeing on Twitter and in other places. I know a lot of people are heavily invested in cryptocurrencies, and I know that a lot of people have been dropping, 50 to 70% of their portfolio since the beginning of the year. I do want you to know that my heart really does go out to you, and I don't like to see people losing money. This is why I created my channel and why I try to teach accumulation and teach laddering in so that you don't get quite as stuck in corrections and lose money. That's part of the reason I made this video today, is to teach the laddering concept in more detail so that hopefully people aren't losing as much while the price drops. You can see a lot of capitulation right now, a lot of people going 100% into the dollar, and this is providing a lot of long-term buying opportunities, but it's also shaking out a lot of short-term players or newer money inside of the cryptocurrency space. So, my heart goes out to anybody that's losing money right now. Just understand that you need to have that risk management in place, ladder in your buy orders, set it, and then forget it. I hope this helped you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the box below. I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay profitable out there.